It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
What it do? What it do? Welcome to another episode of Let's Bet It. 1 second. What's going on here? All right, there we go. 100th episode of Let's Bet It. MLK Day, typical loaded slate. If you've been following the NBA for any amount of time, you know MLK Day is a big day for the NBA. Games start early, and they just games all day, just back to back. So we got a couple that we'll get into. First game, and I'm not going to go through all these games, there's 9 of them, and I'm not going to talk about all 9 of them by myself, and I haven't bet anything yet, but a couple games that I'm looking at, Bucks and Hawks is one that I kind of had my eye on. Really like the Hawks here. It looks like Dyson Daniels is going to be in today. Hawks, pull up the screen here. Hawks are coming off of give me 1 second here, get my screen loaded up. So the Hawks are coming off of a 132-106 loss to Boston at home. That was their first game off of a 4-game Western Conference road trip, got beat by damn near 30 points coming off that trip. That's always a phase spot for a team when it's their first game off of a extended road trip. So second game at home, they've got their next one is on the 21st, so Wednesday against Memphis in Memphis. And the Bucks coming off of a 119-101 loss against the Spurs, and they've had some days off too. That was on the 15th, so they come in here with the rest advantage. And I kind of like the Hawks in this spot. I just think defensively, I think they'll find their way here a little bit. So like I said, something I haven't bet yet, but I do think that the Hawks will hopefully bring the defense. I mean, on the road trip, it was pretty bad. They gave up 117 to Portland. I think that was without Denny. 141 to the Lakers. So their defense, and then you got the 132 to the Celtics at home. So their defense has been really shaky these last 3 games, and I think they can get it. I think they can get it right against the Bucks at home, and especially with this being MLK Day. You know, obviously, just Atlanta was the kind of the base and the center around all of the civil rights movement stuff. So I think there's going to be some extra juice in the building for this one. First afternoon game. I like the Hawks here. Like I said, haven't bet it yet, but I do like the Hawks. Stacks just chimed in with this. Yep, I like that team total over looks enticing because the Bucks defensively, man, I don't know, man, they're just shaky. It's just a team you can't trust with Milwaukee. A lot of the stuff going on with Giannis, things like that. So Atlanta are nothing here for me on this one. Next one that I'm going to look at, Thunder and Cavs. And this is another one that I have a strong opinion about. I really like Cleveland plus the 6. They are going to be without Darius Garland, but OKC is going to be without Jalen Williams. Who else are they going to be without? OKC. So Cleveland, Dean Wade probable, Merrill, Garland, Strus out. For OKC, it is Jalen Williams, Hartenstein, Topic, and Sorber out for OKC. So Williams and Hartenstein being out, those are, especially Williams, those are two pretty big absences to kind of try and overcome against the Cleveland team that is coming off of 2 wins in Philly. I was on Philly the second game, and of course, Mobley gets the game winner, and they take that little 2-game mini series up in Philadelphia. And so now they're coming back home, got some confidence. And I think they can cover this number. OKC has been a little shaky, recently. So, they and the other thing too about this game, the Thunder are coming off of a loss in Miami, 122 to 120. So I think they've alternated. Let me check this. Okay, so yeah, they haven't alternated wins and losses. It hasn't been a pattern, but I do like Cleveland in this spot. Like I said, something I haven't bet yet, but just strong lean. Stacks likes the game to go under 234.5, and I could see that honestly. OKC missing some scoring with Williams. Cleveland obviously missing some scoring with Garland and Merrill and Strus out. I could see scoring being at a premium in this one. So we'll hit the next one. This is another one that I like too. Clippers and Wizards. Total Wizards are catching 7 at home. Total sitting at 224.5. Last time I looked when I made the banner. I like the Clippers even without Kawhi. The Clippers still need to stack wins. They're still trying to fight their way back into the playoff picture after such a not even a slow start. It was a horrendous start, but they've kind of fought their way back. They won 5 in a row. See, have they covered 5 in a row? Let's check real quick. Yeah, and they've covered all 5. So the way I look at this game, and I'll probably get there with the Clippers. Like I said, they're trying to to stack some wins. This is the first leg of a back-to-back as well for LA. They closed this mini East Coast trip out tomorrow in Chicago, and I just think that this is one that, and when the Wizards lose, they lose by a lot. So if you look at their recent games, 115 to 121 against the Nuggets. The Kings beat them by 13. The Clippers just beat them not even 5 days ago in LA by 14. Suns by 19. Pelicans by 21. So when the Wizards lose, they lose by margin. And I mean, they're not even trying to win at this point. They're holding Trey out, and I like the Clippers here. To be honest with you, man, you just can't trust this Washington team. When they lose by margin. And this is their first game back home off of that West Coast trip that was 4 games. So that's always a spot you fade. And I do like the Clippers at home. Stack said backwood. I like the Clippers in this one, man. I could see the backwood look though, but I do like the Clippers in this one. Next one we're going to look at. Scroll down. Mavericks, Knicks. Like the Knicks here. Probably going to bet this one. I just want to wait for injury news on Brunson and Hart. A couple of different ways you can look in this game. I think even without Brunson and Hart, they cover 10. I think it's 10.5 now, though. But the one play I was actually looking at was the team total. I think it was like 120.5 last I looked for New York. If you get Hart and Brunson in there, I mean, Dallas has so many injuries. Flag is questionable. Gafford's out. Washington, Russell, Davis, Lively. Like, they just there's no rim protection. All of their front court players are out or questionable, and I would almost maybe have to assume that Flag is going to be out too. So, um, two ways that I'm not going to bet it, but I'm going to pick one. It's either going to be the Knicks minus 10.5, or it's going to be the Knicks team total over. But just want to wait on some injury news. Stacks has got Brunson 30+ points in his pocket, and that's a good look. We'll see if he plays, but I feel like both of them are going to play. So, and he's got Knicks minus 10 in his pocket too. So, good looks. We on the same wavelength there. The next one I was going to look at is the Pacers and Sixers. Now this line has moved down to 7.5, 7. I've seen some 6.5. Embiid and PG were not seen at shoot around today, so that's a strong indication that they may not play. The Pacers are coming in off getting their asses absolutely kicked in Detroit the other night. But they rested everybody. Siakam rested them hard. Neesmith was out. I feel like they held another player out too. So plenty of rest for the core guys for Indiana. I think that the play that I was looking at is the Pacers first quarter +2. I've been saying it all year with this team, and that's because I follow them a lot more. That's my team. But they start games well. First quarter, first half, especially as dogs. They've been dogs pretty much every game this year almost. They start games well. It's just hard for them to finish them. They usually, when it gets to about the fourth quarter, that's when they completely die. So it's been a bet that's been profitable for me this year, and haven't bet it yet. Another strong look there. Pacers first quarter +2. Next one that I like. Suns and Nets. I like the Suns here. The Nets aren't trying to win. I do think they're getting the Nets are getting MPJ back. He's listed as probable. I think that this is another team, the Nets, that just aren't trying to win. Suns come into this one. They are coming off of a 106-99 win in New York. This is the fourth game of an East Coast swing road trip that they've got that they're currently in the middle of. They've won one of these games and lost two. So I think this is a get right spot for them. Not even a get right spot, but for them to try to even that record up on this road trip. They've got the Sixers. Tomorrow, and then the Hawks, a few days after that. So I think this is kind of like a middle passage where they kind of get themselves right. And I think the Suns cover. They might be getting Jalen Green back today, so that's going to be interesting to see how that dynamic looks with him back in the lineup. So Suns minus 8.5 is a pretty good look for me. As far as best bets, I haven't bet anything, so I really don't have a best bet for you because I like to give you stuff that I bet myself. But I'm leaning. I'm really looking at the Knicks, the Hawks, Cavs, Clippers, and Suns. I know that's a lot. I'm probably not going to play all 5 of these, but that's kind of where I'm looking. Once again, Hawks minus 2.5, the Cavs +6, Clippers minus 7, Knicks minus 10.5, and Suns minus 8 are probably my strongest looks for the day. Make sure you give us a follow. We'll be back sometime this week to break down some more games. Stacks will be back. I think he was having some internet issues today, so we'll definitely be back sometime this week. Make sure you follow me on X. I'm going to be posting a college basketball prop today. Anything I post NBA, it'll also be on X. So just be looking, turn your alerts on. like, subscribe to the video. And for everybody that's kind of been supporting us through this journey, we started last year, last year back in March, and this is the 100th episode. And hopefully we can keep this going, keep the positive vibe going, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.
Bro, try to have a nice day. If you're fat, try to have a nice day. If you're skinny, try to have a nice day. If you got a big head, try to have a nice day. If your mama's ugly, try to have a nice day. If your daddy whoop your ass, try to have a nice day. If a dog bite you in the ass, bite him back and try to have a nice day. Try to have a nice day. See, that's my thing. Try to have a nice day. I'm about to leave right now and go try to have me a nice day. All right. Try to have a nice day.